and try to malign it, because they have no other agenda. They have no alternative. They present no alternative program. And Rigiji profiles and profiles and profiles every community. He picks on a young lady from the coast region called Fahima, profiles her that she's being set up to steal an election. Calls Ethakan, profiles him. You know, we have been patient as Kenya, as the people of Kenya, but will not allow a bitter tribalist to wake up every morning and think about name calling of people that he believes he needs to malign because he's trying to talk to a constituency out there that he's inciting ethnically. So we're also getting to that point where there is a genuine national crisis. It cannot be that you know, the government averted a crisis. Can you imagine this Rigiji being in this government still? So let him fact check where he can, but he must qualify his statements. We must now respond to his statements with facts. That's why today I've given a fairly comprehensive statement to rebut a lot of the misconceptions they continue to create. You know, hii nchi si mtu mmoja, we are getting concerned that one person will wake up every morning, pick on a subject matter, malign one person after another, and think he can get away because there's a community or some people he appeals to that he will ask to the streets. He's asking for mass action of an international fuel crisis. If Rigiji was sincere, the same way once upon a time he called on Trump to arrest certain people from Kenya, Rigiji should be calling for mass action against Trump and the war criminal Netanyahu. Those are the people who created this crisis, not William Ruto, not the people of Kenya, not trying to put young men to the streets to come and loot and destroy property. Those are the people you should be calling for mass action for. Lakini wajua ukiwa maumau bandia, hii ndio kazi unafanya. Vitisho vya urongo na kutisha wale ambao unafikiria hawezi kufanya kitu. Finally, I wish to take this for taking progressive steps to navigate the prevailing challenges and cushion consumers from the adverse effects of the international oil price shocks. And this I want to assure the people of Kenya. I think the government is extremely compassionate. It appreciates the crisis that we have been driven to by the illegal war in the Middle East. And I am sure that all reasonable measures will be taken, even as we progress to readjust the interventions. But at the same time, maybe also to be part of the international effort to end this crisis so that we can reset back to our to our normal lives across the world. Yeah, a lot of shocks have been witnessed across Africa and across the world. There are shortages in Nigeria, which is an oil-producing country. There are shortages in Tanzania. Egypt is rationing. I'm talking about the economies that the prices have gone up across the globe, and I think it is not a Kenyan Kenyan problem uniquely, but Kenya must be part of the solution also on the global arena and the geopolitics of this country by putting reasonable pressure on those who have started this crisis to end it so that we can be able to reset back to our normal lives. And I know that opportunists, demagogues, tribalists like Rigiji with no agenda will look for every opportunity to try and cash in crisis, because mine as a program, every crisis is an opportunity, because you have never been a nationalist. One can never call you to duty to being a nationalist. So therefore, those are my many remarks on behalf of the party. You have something to add? Unless we will invite some few questions and then call it a day. Yeah. By who? Ndindi Nyoro, you go and ask Ndindi Nyoro. But you know why? One of the reasons I don't take Ndindi seriously. I have never seen someone in my lifetime fighting for the rights of the marginalized people of this country, those who've been economically excluded, who is so vicious in entitlement like Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro was chairman of the budget committee, allocated roads for himself, did everything to build Kiharu and part of the larger areas. Then Ndindi Nyoro now doesn't want us to take debt so that Endorois, Turkanas, Somalis, Gabras, Boranas, Giriamas, maendeleo isiwafikie ili mtutu wa jinga. Huyo mwambie his business is nyumbani. Kenya, Africa is never his business. So hiyo proposal yake enda upeleke kwa TV. I will not take any proposal from him. Okay, as long as it's a different one. You know, you see, you can't allow this country to be run by a bitter man who has been removed from the finance committee, who has illegally appropriated or unprocedurally appropriated development to himself, and wants to deny those of us who for the first time are seeing the fruits of government whatever programs. Hataki tuchukue deni, hataki tulipishe kodi, hataki tuwe na national infrastructure fund, alafu mtutu wa jinga, tusiwe na maji, tusiwe na mashule, tusiwe na kawi, tusiwe na afya, tusiwe na manyumba, alafu useme wale watu ya coast ni wavivu, wajinga, wale waluya ni watu ya kuosha machoo, wale wajaluo watakukojolea. Mwache hiyo bwana. Achana hiyo watu I can tell the mindset of someone. Africa is not his business. He very ruthless tribalist.
How do you explain that we have fuel in Kenya going at higher prices compared to the international?
Because you see, that's first not true. The fuel spike. You know when Kenyans here in the last fuel hikes were saying that fuel was trading higher in Kenya than in the rest of the region. I was actually in Tanzania because I am a Yala member of parliament who operates from here and Arusha. And I'm feeling fuel and it's more expensive. So I keep using almost all manners of exchange rates. Because you know these people, so you give me those set of fuel prices. And then also realize one thing. Kenya gets a lot of its products at a higher price. Reason being, in the global market arrangement, Kenya is taken to be a middle income economy. Even the way people sell things to us is fundamentally different. How the world views us is fundamentally different. Tanzania are our brothers, but they fall in the category of the least developed countries. They get their products cheaper, they have more rebates, they still have development finance, they still, grants, things that we are no longer in that space. But compare alike for alike. So, you abrogate yourselves this pseudo just because you choose to hate a country and to hate your president, you start abrogating yourself pseudo-economics and don't dig on the facts. Siku ile tunaambiwa, fuel ilikuwa more expensive hapa Kenya kuliko Tanzania. Mimi najaza gari yangu Tanzania, hata nimeweka half tank because nikajua nikifika mpaka nitapata cheaper fuel so that I can just leave Arusha to Namanga. So that innuendos and the mudsling. You come here to a press conference of this standing to ask us and Ndindi Nyoro proposal. Vipi bwana? Today I don't want to touch on Kalau, but he's already dealing with it.
My name is Omar from West TV. My question is...
West ni huko? Okay.
My question is, apart from the reducing of the VAT and other measures that the government is doing, as a government, are you considering reviewing the 15 or so taxes that have been put on fuel since the other regime up to now? Are you considering...
As time goes by, and depending on the length of the crisis, we hope that there will be a solution. We hope that there will be a solution and we'll reset back to our normalcy. Yeah? So, once we reset back to our normalcy, I do not believe that this crisis will be protracted. And I think as we evolve, definitely new realities will emerge and we will align with the evolving situation. But right now, this is a first-tier approach to a crisis that is definitely ensuing, a crisis that is that was thrown onto us by international arrogance, by one or two nations that have bombs. But now we have to now face the brunt of it, all of us as Kenyans. So ambia Rigiji, wale wanamjua, hata sisi kama serikali akianza maandamano against Netanyahu na Trump, sisi pia tutakuja. Lakini you are demonstrating against a crisis that is international, a crisis that is well known. You are missing the point deliberately. Hapa unapata pesa ya watu ambao wanakuambia wanakufadhili. Kule unaogopa kuambia ukweli wale ambao wanaleta hii crisis. So a coward of fake Mau extraction. So I'll take one last one. I saw one extra hand. I mean, that was not a hand. Okay, Sisi, I think we have done well, and we are very grateful, reassuring to the people of Kenya that everything is being done to ensure that this crisis does not run out of control. Asanteni sana, Mungu akubariki.